game next. The Giants up against Sunshine Coast Lightning. A game of superhuman proportions. A night that will decide who is where in the semi-finals as the players take the court. Laura Langman, one of the stars of Sunshine Coast Lightning, starting at wing defence. Liz, we saw her have a run at centre for the back end of the game. Sarah Wall retains her position at wing attack for the Giants. This one is going to be intense. It'll be played like a grand final. Every game from now on in Suncorp Super Netball will.
And it will be played like a grand final because these teams want to sit in the top two. It gives you the double bite at the grand final opportunity. So for the finals, 1 plays 2, 3 plays 4. If you finish in 3rd or 4th, you'll lose next week and you're out.
And of course, number 1 hosting the major semi-final. And we weren't joking when we said, get your calculators out. We need a few fingers and toes as well. It's going to be some number crunching at the end. Just 2.7% in for and against separates Vixens and Lightning.
It's extraordinary, isn't it? But, you know, a win gives you the best possible scenario for both of these teams. You don't have to start to worry about percentages.
Umpires for the match, Joshua Barring and Michelle Fippard as our ball deliverer, walks it into the hands of Serena Guthrie, the English international. Centre for the Giants will get us underway. Saturday night, Super Netball, superhero theme. Strap yourselves in, we're locked and loaded. Guthrie to Harton, started the game at goal attack with Pettit back, a little tweak. They managed 2 rounds ago, paid good dividends. Cross to Wall. No room on the baseline. She finds Pettit. Finds room where there was none, and Pettit rewards her. The Giants are on the board.
Just a terrific cross-court pass there from Jo Harton. One of the harder things to do is to deliver that pass across court into the pocket over the arms of Laura Langman, and she'll be pleased with the way she delivered it and the way she could start.
Guthrie stands out. That'll be an absorbing contest. Laura Sherian's been in good form for Sunshine Coast Lightning. This is a test for her up against Guthrie. Brown's fast hands, finding Caitlin Bassett. Personal best this season, 50. And that wouldn't hurt to score 50 looking at a finals berth, but both teams will be looking at scoring goals. Difficult task to try and play a defensive game to win, but score goals in the process for both. Pettit, a sweet mover, good speed out front. And she's on song early. Swiss goal shooter.
Yeah, beautiful setup there from Susan Pettit. Just took the top of the circle and Harton cleared out to the baseline. And if you watch Harton and Pettit play together, they will play around a circular sort of movement.
And the ball beats them all. It's a Lightning throw-in. Captain for the Lightning, Mental, steps up and takes it. Langman looking for the give and go, the drive. She drives right where Wall was really backpedaling to get out of her way, doing everything she could.
Just wasn't doing it quick enough, and that's what Laura Langman will do. She's so good at that cut and drive, taking the space.
And she almost targeted her. Gee, there's some speed on the ball in this game. Holding goes against Beck Bully. She'd like to query it, but she's controlled and experienced. And Caitlin Bassett takes the Lightning to 2.
Well, the last time these two teams played, Caitlin Bassett got off to a roaring start, but Sam Pullman slowly but surely reeled her in. Pullman, I don't think, can afford to start that slow tonight. She has to come out of the block. She has to put a mark on the game early.
Contact called against Sherian. Sarah Wall with possession. Quick hands, Guthrie to her English teammate. Sherian, Wood, working off the line for the centre pass receive. Langman, what a luxury, Liz, to have Laura Langman as your wing defence with the attacking workload she brings to that line, down in the transverse delivering.
Well, what that does to your team is that you can afford to sit your centre and your wing attack back and sit them closer to your goal shooter and Caitlin Bassett. So super important for the Lightning that they keep their centre, their mid-court in touch with the shooting line, and that's exactly what having Laura Langman in a wing defence allows you to do.
Steph Wood on the board. She made her debut in Suncorp Super Netball round 4. Her first game coming back from injury was against the Giants. Harton has brought her radar. Not a shabby one on court. Great speed, great position early. Over the top they go to Bassett, but Poole gets a piece and she thwarts Lightning's approach to post. Great shot there. Bassett fighting for position behind Poole. Sherian in the corner. That opens up at the back.
Just that drive from Steph Wood created the space for Caitlin Bassett behind.
Don't forget, you can catch every game of Suncorp Super Netball on the Netball Live app. Stream it live, fast and data-free, only with Telstra. Good fake from Guthrie. And Wall, home alone in the pocket. Connects with Harton. Fakes it, takes it.
That matchup between Harton and Mentor was what we thought we'd see, but Harton has been moved out to the front. And I reckon that's a smart move from Julie Fitzgerald, because Jiva Mentor is in terrific form this season. And you want to get Jo Harton, who is an English teammate of hers, just away from her.
And great respect for each other.
You put Susan Pettit back against Jiva Mentor, and the movement just keeps Mentor interested in what's going on behind her, rather than eyes up to have a go at what's happening out in front of her.
Susan Pettit with great speed. She can really make a defender pay on the base. It doesn't give Jiva Mentor those attacking angles she loves, so we'll keep an eye on that. Jamie Lee Price in possession. Wall. Price to Bully. Another whose workload in attack is enormous. Pettit cross court, swings it to Wall. Nothing open on the base, so one back for Jiva Mentor.
Yeah, and just beautiful hands over there from Laura Sherian. For such a short player, she's so effective in defence. Reads the ball really well, reads the play, and that was a win for hands over.
Quick hands again from Kelsey Brown, and the split from Bassett puts her in close proximity. 5 apiece. It's a monumental arm wrestle early. Pettit, Harden. Shooter to shooter they go. Walls owning that far pocket.
Yeah, and when you've got Pettit and Harden both up the middle of the court, it gives Guthrie and Wall no option but to go to the pocket. And that's a really tough pass to put in. You can't do that really all game against someone like Laura Langman. So Harden and Pettit need to just figure out who's going to go where, and they both can't be in the middle.
Don't forget, we'd love to hear your hero messages. Send them in, plenty to respect in this game. Make sure you use the hashtag #TeamGirls. Caitlin Bassett has it on a string, has the finish as well. Ellison Sargent, netball royalty. And no, that's not from our families. Thank you, Kate. Well, we're doing our best to pay it forward and pay respect for those on court.
So Carla Mostert, she's been almost flown under the radar for the Lightning this season, and a little 1-2 between her and Mentor comes up with possession. And Lightning is so fast on the transition. It's something that the Giants are going to have to address. And if you just look at this, you can see the win from Jiva Mentor. She recovers the backhand. Mostert cleans up. What you didn't see then was just the speed of play down the court. They're really punishing the Giants when they pick up ball.
Threatening performance from the visitors. Well, Jiva Mentor, we know, like #1 for defensive rebounds, #1 for deflections, #2 for intercepts, and then you add Mostert, who's got 32 intercepts to her credit. It's scary.
Yeah, and look, Carla Mostert's been great this year. She started off playing out at wing defence, but the goal defence position really suits her, and she's done a great job in shutting down goal attacks. You just watch her, she tags, contests everything. She's a great ball winner.
Well, momentum and intensity with Sunshine Coast Lightning. Halfway through the first quarter, the Lightning have been slow to start the last couple of weeks. This is not a slow start from the visitors.
No, and I suspect just the nature of this game, the big name players, your Mentors, your Langmans, they know how to step it up and pick up the intensity.
Great closing speed from Carla Mostert, the South African international. Just a tad late, and she'll stand out of play for the contact.
You've got Caitlin Bassett down the other end, who is a big game player. Susan Pettit using all the tricks in the book to try and create some space. And she does just that.
Brown, fast off the line. Good start from Kelsey Brown. Steph Wood finds room there, was none. And Caitlin Bassett with the finish, 100% so far.
There's your shooting stats. Wood just a little off radar, but Caitlin Bassett sitting 100%. You can't ask for more than that. And she's best on court in terms of number of goals scored. Oh, Harton, how did she come up with that? Flicks the ball back to herself.
Well, she picked up 5 deflections in round 13, so she has a nice defensive component to it. Let's cross to Kim Green on the sideline. And Kim, the scoreline is healthy, but they feel a little bit like the intensities with Sunshine Coast Lightning.
Yeah, I think they're a team that plays with such speed, and I think at the moment we're obviously getting some nice little turnovers here, but we need to be able to capitalise it. I know I said that in the opening when I was chatting to you, but we really need to capitalise on it. So in attack, we just need more than one option. I think second phase on the centre pass is nowhere near where we need to be, and yeah, the defenders are working their butts off, but it's just not getting down there just yet.
Kim, I've talked about the transition of Sunshine Coast when they pick up defensive ball. What do the Giants need to do just to slow that down?
Oh, they're such a fast team, so hands over. I think that's one thing that they've really pinpointed all week, is really working on a hands over and making sure that we're slowing down the speed. Obviously, we're not going to be able to get every ball, but the ones that we do, again, we need to score off, and we're just not doing that.
Thanks so much, Kim. We'll let you enjoy the game. Kim Green getting a taste of what it's like to watch a game, call it in your head and have to speak at the same time. It's not easy.
And cheer. Interesting that Kim's talking about scoring from gains and scoring from turnovers. Giants 0 in both of those stats at the moment. So they're picking up ball, but they're not scoring off it.
Lightning in possession. They swing it to Kelsey Brown, who's been exploiting her speed early. Picks up Wood on the drive. Undercooked by Steph Wood. Finished, though, by Caitlin Bassett, the diamond shooter, in fine form to start this match. So much riding on it. We're coming to you live. World of Sport coverage on 9Gem.
Well, Guthrie had to get rid of that. He was travelling at a reasonable speed. It was a good scramble between her and Sarah Wall.
Harton opens up and has the composure to finish for the Giants. 1-goal game.
Let's have a look at the Giants' shooting stats. Pettis just been a little quiet, but she has done a really good job, and this doesn't come up in the stats, of just giving Jiva Mentor something to follow. So plenty of movement from her on the baseline. It's opened up some space at the top of the circle for Jo Harton.
Talk about opening space. Kelsey Brown just worked that attacking play a treat. Reset to the transverse line to Mostart. Killed Guthrie on the second phase speed. She's having a blinder early days. And Caitlin Bassett continues on her merry way, 100%. Caitlin Bassett last week scored 49 goals. That was the total scored by the opposing team, the New South Wales Swifts. I think my little partner in crime here pointed that out in the call. Intimidating stat. You were trying to push her over 50. I know, you failed.
I know. She got it in round 2, but couldn't quite get there last week.
Hard to believe an individual could total that massive amount. As the Giants work another, stay in touch, just one in it. Pace yourselves, this could go down to the very last play. Goes against Bassett, the push off, use of the elbow, the hit slightly off centre.
I suspect it was the hip she was using that, and that's something that Sam Pullman's been trying to get to, and you've got to really move your feet as a goalkeeper to show the umpire that there's space, and the shooter's coming into that space. It's a tough night at the office for Sam Pullman, and she's got to take those little wins. And the Giants have to score off those little wins that she gets them.
Mini win for the Giants, and Kim Green's point, they need to put turnover ball through the ring. Jo Harton does just that, and the Giants have level under 3 minutes out from the first break.
That was a perfect feed then from Serena Guthrie to get the ball over the top of Jiva Mentor. She had millimetres to spare.
Harton sizes it up, goes to Pettit, shooter to shooter they go again. Combination building, there's confidence now coming from the Giants. Loris Burway working the sideline for us. Laura, got something?
Yeah, look, I've just been
watching Sarah Wall. She's had a bit of a grimace on her face. She's been looking towards the bench, looking towards Julie Fitzgerald a bit, who's just told the subs to go and start warming up. So I think we might see a change there sometime soon, perhaps Taylor Davies coming on.
Well, a couple of rounds ago, she was plagued and removed from the game with what we thought was a hamstring niggle, but I think it might be referred to back pain. So she's been put under pressure. Susan Pettit steps it back, and the Giants take it out by 2. Well, what a swing in the last couple of minutes as we see the grimace from Sarah Wall.
Yeah, grabbed a hamstring, and that would be a shame for the Giants if they were to lose her, because she's playing against one of the best players in the world in Laura Langman, and she's such a smart, calm presence on court for the Giants in that wing attack position. Having said that, young Taylor Davies is a pretty good option. Oh, Price arguing with fairly good evidence that she wasn't the last person to touch the ball. It was Brown. Kelsey Brown, though, nice and quick to pick it up, doing her best to make sure the umpire goes in her direction.
Important shot for Steph Wood. Oh, it's a sweet shot from mid-range. She brings the Lightning one closer. Sarah Wall not having a happy time of it last week, but I was about to say, so it's referred commentator's curse, that she started the better this week and looked comfortable. The connection was good, so we'll watch that space, see what happens.
Take one step back, shooter.
Caitlin Bassett just asked to set the penalty next to the defender out of play. Lightning level, 14 apiece, seconds remaining. Time enough, though, for a goal for the Giants. Into the pocket they go to Guthrie. Who's available? Screaming drive from Harton. Takes a breath, the left-handed shot. What a shot from the acting captain, Joe Harton. Seconds out from the first quarter.
At Freedom, we're breaking all the rules with our Ultimate Essentials range. Treat every room in your home to high design without the designer price tags. Shop your ultimate range of must-haves right now at Freedom.
The modern world can be challenging, so we designed a car that can help stop for you. The new Nissan X-Trail.
Yeah.
Venture ahead.
Why be good when you can be great? Why try when you can succeed? Why follow when you can lead?
With the support of Chemist Warehouse, we're helping to shape young women into our next generation of leaders in sport and in the community. Because we all need fuel to fly.
Distressing pitches for Sarah Wall and for Giants netball. She's in bother. Kim Green, can you give us an update?
Yeah, a little tweak at the hammy as she was going into one of the pockets. So I think the physio will just have a little bit of a touch base with her and then see if we can get her back on. But we've got Taylor Davies that's come into the lineup and she's doing a great job at training. So, yeah, Julie's given them the nod.
Kim, we saw you chatting in the break with Taylor Davies. What were your words of wisdom?
I think I played Laney so many times, pretty much every training session last year. So just a matter of being able to body up on her a little bit. Obviously, Laney's a world-class player, but just being able to outsmart her is one of the things that you need to do when you get out there.
Thanks, Kim. We'll let you get to the business of getting the Giants across the line. Liz, it's a difficult thing, isn't it, showing respect to an opponent, but not too much.
Yeah, that's true. Taylor Davies is a young player. She's had a bit of experience. It's a huge ask, though, to ask her to play smarter than Laura Langman, who's got so much experience. But good advice from Kim Green. Tell her to get on the body, take really the speed of Laura Langman out of the play.
I think, too, when Davies was utilised by Julie Fitzgerald earlier in the season, she was almost too polite to her own players. So she needs to find a space and dictate strongly and clearly. Turnover ball for Lightning. Mostert to Langman. Pulley silences it.
Yeah, beautiful pick up there from Beck Pulley, just attacking the first ball. And it was a better setup from the Giants. Their transition defence was much better. Got hands over nice and quick, just slowed the Lightning down.
Harton with the finish. Giants by a skinny lead.
Susan Pettit is one of those players who looks like she's got all the time in the world when really she's got 3 seconds. And you know, you often see players look a bit panicked in that moment, but she looks like she's got plenty of time to make a decision, and that was a really good example of that then.
Well, she's an enigma because she doesn't look fast, but she is fast. You forget to watch her. She's unassuming, but she contributes so much, and Steph Wood adds another, her third of the match, 16 apiece. Beck Bully.
Bunny's pause, goal attack.
Davies can't find a connection, goes herself.
Yeah, and that's smart play. So Pettit came out, drew Mentor out with her. That left a real height discrepancy in the one-on-one in the circle. Joe Harton towers over Carla Mostert. So smart play from the Giants.
Two passes and the Lightning are down circle edge. Now they show patience. Their speed from centre through is just intimidating. Goal for goal.
That's an intentional break-wing attack up here. It's a caution where you are now.
So that's a caution against Kelsey Brown for intentional and deliberate breaking from the centre pass. One of several rules that draw an automatic caution. No choice for the umpires. Mentor comes down with the rebound. Lightning with another opportunity. They've been running goal for goal. Like a cauldron on court here at Kudos Arena. So much to play for. Both would love a place in the top two and the chance to contest the major semi-final. Brown, more conservative on the centre pass then. Responds to the caution. Sherian with the penalty. Wood. Wood holds the options at the back through Caitlin Bassett.
And it was a good hold at the top of the circle for Steph Wood because it kept Beck Bully interested in what she was up to. That created the space for Caitlin Bassett at the back. So, you know, even though you've got a nice tall goal shooter at the back, you need the work done out the front from the goal attack.
I was trying to eavesdrop and lip read in the break, and it looked like Nolan Tarul was addressing with Steph Wood about where and when to go. There was a bit of confusion on her face. They were clarifying those entry lines, and a play to treat just then. Contact goes against Taylor Davies.
Yeah, good contest there from Davies. She needs to be in it because Laura Langman does so much work bringing the ball down court for Lightning. And again, that space opens up for Bassett based on the drive that Steph Wood took. And that's going to be the sore point for the Giants all night. Which one do you double? Who do you pay attention to?
Heavy fall from Susan Pettit, so they regroup. Bully dictating the pace in the midcourt. Oh, Sherian!
She's so fast, and she's a real pickpocket in that regard. You know, she reads the play really well. Give her half a centimetre more and she'd be lethal.
Well, it is superhero round here in Sydney, and superpowers exposed for Laura Sherian.
Massive air from her.
It was a Shazam moment. Lightning striking. And they strike again through Caitlin Bassett. They're out by 2. A 2-goal game, and just a reminder, this match will dictate places in the semi-finals, as will the following match, Fever and Vixens. Vixens and Lightning are locked at 21 apiece, 2.7% for and against separating them. The Giants one behind. So both these sides, Liz, not to labour the point too long and miss the call, need a win, and then they need a little bit of help from Fever.
Yeah, they do. They'd love to finish minor premiers, both of these two teams. And just in the play before, we really saw what Lightning are capable of. Jiva Mentor picking up possession, and the flow down court was almost unstoppable. And that's the challenge for the Giants.
And that woman on screen, Caitlin Bassett, is looking a little unstoppable. 16 her total, the most prolific on court. Guthrie to Pettit. Taylor Davies indecisive, takes the top of the circle. It's crowded there for the Giants.
Contact defender.
Joe Harton fires, takes the Giants to 20. They trail by 3. Shout out to 100 netball teams playing in the Sullivan's Carnival in Rockhampton today and tomorrow. Go you good things. Love that one. Thank you, Sam Can. Don't forget to keep sending them in. Another from at Becca's. Saturday nights are the best. PJs on, boys are out. I like this one. I like the way it's heading, and it's a double header. And it is a double header that counts for so much.
It is.
Business end.
And this is a moment for the Giants. So They've let the Lightning out to a 4-goal lead. It's their centre pass. They must score here. They must stay in touch. And the thing is for the Giants, Taylor Davies just needs to keep Laura Langman interested in what she's doing.
That's not really taking her. It's about a strong first phase and then a second phase mover, then put the move on. She's being a little bit too polite to the New Zealand international.
Well, that almost doesn't matter because... Oh, Wood took a heavy hit. She set up Bully. Looked like it was blind.
She's been in the woods, no pun intended, sick last week. Recovered from that. That was a heavy fall. Remembering she's come back into this season rehabbing a knee niggle. Let's have another look.
Oh, no, it was Pullman. And it's almost like Wood back into her. Oh, no. Pullman did move into the space.
And she didn't miss. Heavy fall to the ground for Steph Wood. She blows it out, regains her composure. So 3 in it, midway through the second quarter. Not much touch on that one. A little rattle, Steph Wood. And this should be shooting practice. And it is. So the Lightning out by 4. Giants need to stay in touch. Hard to contest that.
Certainly is 19 goals from Bassett at 100%. Steph Wood doing what she needs to do. Lightning probably like to see her up in 75, 80%, but she's contributing where she needs to do so.
Well, triple pump from Susan Pettit pushes the 3-second rule, but it's an advantage call on the shot. Quick hands again from the Lightning. So quick, centre to circle.
Yeah, they are. And another win there from Sam Pullman. It's getting really willing between those two. Sam Pullman, the most penalised player on court with 11. Just interesting, you look down the court, Jiva Mentor at the other end. Just the one penalty against her. That she's simply all class and she's almost unstoppable at the moment, the way she's playing. She's giving away the one penalty. It means she's in play, she's contesting, she's not giving the shooters an easy run to the post.
Advantage offside and holding wing. Oh, God. Hold time, goal shooter blood.
Blood been called, so Caitlin Bassett will go to the sideline for some attention, get cleaned up. 4-goal game.
It's blood, so
Laura Langman is double-checking and triple-checking. So it'll be an automatic clean-up, and then we'll resume. What have the Giants got to do just to get themselves back into this? Because it's got to feel that they're chasing at the moment.
Yeah, it does, and it feels like Lightning are getting to the post just that much quicker and easier than the Giants. Now, here's one. There's been a change for Lightning, and we're seeing Cara Conan come onto the court. We've seen her at goal attack for the Lightning, but this is the first time this year we've seen the Sunshine Coast Lightning on the court without Caitlin Bassett. So you would expect they'll stem the blood and get her back on court as soon as they can.
Yeah, so we need to clarify, she's not being subbed. They're just needing to stop that flow of blood, and it's not as quick as they assumed it would be, so Conan steps into big shoes. But she's been good.
She has been good, and it's up to Steph Wood now just to bring the ball to her. Conan doesn't want to try and get out and do too much. And this is a moment of opportunity for the Giants. They've got to recognise that they need to start to try and win ball right here, right now.
Well, some magical work outside the circle by the mid-quarters as they let the shooters get organised. It took a bit longer than their normal progress.
And it was a beautiful delivery from Laura Sherian.
By the look of it, a jar of Vaseline being applied to Caitlin Bassett.
Oh, it's just like a night at the fights.
Well, it feels like a fight. How many rounds to go?
Just got a good glimpse there of the movement of Susan Pettit putting on the roll, and that's a couple of times that the Giants have been cheeky like that. A little bounce ball to Jo Harton. They can certainly bounce it, but they can't roll it.
Have another look there. Great split from Steph Wood. Beck Woolley a little late.
Yeah, plenty of push and shove between those two. Between Bassett and Pullman.
And that's last possibility, that last shot then maybe where Seabass caught the injury. And Kim Green, I'm guessing this is a moment the Giants need to capitalise on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I think at the moment we've been able to stall their attack for the last probably minute. But yeah, we just need to keep going. I think defenders are doing a solid job, but we just need more ball.
So with ball in hand, what area of the court needs to be addressed?
Still at the attacking end, I think. We still need to still apply that defensive pressure, and I think the Lightning are getting down a little bit easier than what we would like. But yeah, in attack, we just need to be able to have two options that draw Jiva. Like, Jiva's such a tight player, but if we have two, you know, we can start doing that rotation and start confusing the space. So we definitely need to just push that a little bit more.
Well, she can't be everywhere, Jiva Mental.
Well, she's doing a good job of it.
Kim Green would like to be. Have you asked would you like to sit next to you for a bit?
Yes, I would love a friend.
We'll let you relax and get back into the business of winning this one. Huge game for both the Giants and the Lightning. 4 minutes until half-time. 4-goal game.
Contact centre.
Australian diamond shooter Caitlin Bassett remains on the sideline and may well lose until after half-time.
Well, only 4 minutes to go, and
no, she's on her feet. I'm just sorry to interrupt you. I just saw the signal go from Nolin Tarua, the T sign, so they're wanting to get her back on court as quickly as they can, and you would.
Well, they did really well, the Lightning. They just played it smart, played the ball around, nice and patient in that front line. That, to me, is a sign of a front line who's able to roll with the punches, change up as they need to be, and a timeout called from Lightning.
So we'll go to a break while they make good use of their tactical timeout. The Lightning in box seat, they lead the Giants 28-25.
Harvey Norman Major Cooking and Dishwasher Weekend. 3 days only. Major deals across a range of major brands. Stainless steel dishwashers from just $488. Bosch cooking packs from $1298. Major pyrolytic oven deal. Save up to 10% on AEG cooking packages. Up to 15% off Miele cooking packages. Bonus F Plus gift card up to $1,000 on selected Smeg packages. And up to $1,500 on selected Bosch packages. Now's the time to upgrade, update and save. Major brands, major deals. Ends this weekend at Harvey Norman.
Good job, everyone. Good stuff, ladies. Keep that basics going. Arms up over everything. More than one obstacle. Move it work to hard to the front. Anything else? Nothing. Keep going. Stand back line. We know what we're doing. Muscle up. Let's go, ladies. Still on. Remember our sequence. 3 seconds on here. 4 minutes, girls. Keep the talk. Keep it sharp. Lightning.
Liz, not too much said in that timeout. I wonder whether Nolin Tarua just wanted to take the wind out of the Giants' sail. They had a little bit of a sniff then, not much, but it also puts them back on their back foot, doesn't it?
Yeah, oh look, I don't think that timeout was called to really give too much instruction. It was just to give the Lightning an opportunity to get Caitlin Bassett back onto the court. And you're right, just to take the wind out of the sails.
Well, they've stemmed the blood flow for Caitlin Bassett and they've held up in her absence. Just over 3 minutes remaining until halftime, and she opens out. She's come from the bench like a treat with the finish. Lightning out by 4.
That's better approach to goal from the Giants, possibly their smoothest approach for the evening, and Susan Teddick makes no mistake with that shot.
Langman looks once, looks twice. Now they find their way at Seabass, opening a little too comfortably off the back of Sam Pullman.
Yeah, too easy. So Sam Pullman's really waiting for that high ball to go over. But remember, we saw the first time these two teams played, Sam Pullman really was a spectator for the first half of the match. And the second 30 minutes is when she came alive. Now, Lightning will know that, and they'll know that they have to work hard to keep her out of the game.
Well, let's talk about that game. Half-time, they introduced Chrissy
Mostert.
Bryce.
Sorry, Annie, but that was a beautiful read.
Well, she's deceptive, isn't she? She has contributed, as we said, 32 intercepts coming into this match. She's a lovely foil to have up the front of Jiva Mentor. And I just wonder whether that defensive pressure will force another change from Julie Fitzgerald. Chrissy Bryce, she has up her sleeve. She came on court when they play each other round 4. She shot the winning goal. It's a go-to for them.
Yeah, it is a go-to, and it's a fast go-to for them. Speaking of fast, that was quick from Kelsey Brown. Get up and deliver. But it's not the shooting line where the problem is.
So tactical time out now for the Giants, and I just wonder whether we'll see a change in their forward line. 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes remaining. We'll go to a break while Julie Fitzgerald gets to her team. The Lightning 31, the Giants 26.
If someone's not there, we reset. We don't throw it away.
The modern world can be challenging, so we designed a car that can help stop for you. The new Nissan X-Trail.
Yeah.
Venture ahead.
At Freedom, we're breaking all the rules with our ultimate essentials range. Treat every room in your home to high design without the designer price tags. Shop your ultimate range of must-haves right now at Freedom.
Well, how smart from Julia Fitzgerald. You could wait 2 minutes and speak to them in the half-time break. She's made a point of saying there's 2 minutes left to that break. You need to seize the moment now. Make use of it. 6.
Would you like me to translate? She's got steam coming out of her ears.
Trust me, short story, she wasn't happy.
No, but what she was saying to every single player on court is when you're in defence, you need to be able to touch your player, a little bit of accountability, and she was looking directly at her shooters then, and I reckon that's where it's got to start. They're the ones that have got to slow it down.
She wants this scoreline reshaped before half-time, and the Giants have 2 minutes to answer the call. Taylor Davies out of play. Brown in possession. Back plays to Langman. That was another part of the message from Julie Fitzgerald. Reset when you have to. Don't throw it away. Reset, control it. The Lightning are doing it. Brown. She's been good. Bassett out of the circle. Pullman falls heavily.
Oh, Sam Pullman recovery. You heard 11,000 people groaned when she hit the deck then, and 10,500, there's about 500 Lightning supporters in the building. We're pretty happy.
They were still groaning when she got the intercept because she was so quick they couldn't respond. Let's have another look.
Yeah, she hit the ground hard, but the good thing was that she recovered really well. You can see just at the end of that, Caitlin Bassett straight to the post, and Sam Pullman was straight up and at him.
Julie Fitzgerald said you need to be close enough to touch your opposing player. Sam Pullman doing just that. They need to score, though, the Giants. What can they do? Just over a minute. Pressure. International to international, both English. Margin stays at 5. Lightning controlling the ball. Mostar, Brown. Wood puts on the dodge, finds the baseline.
Finds it too hard, it's a throw-in. So here's an opportunity for the Giants. They've got 40 seconds. And again, this will test their resolve. Will they be prepared to go back, to go forward? It's what their coach asked them to do.
That's eating up time. They reset the penalty. Brown out of play. Price. Head it out of the circle. Oh, looks for the hero ball. The drive on the post, but shut down by Lightning defence.
Terrific defence there, and Susan Pettit of all players should know that she's got enough time to work it around.
This won't please the coach. She'd like the finish. What can the acting captain offer? She can offer one more. They bring it back to a 4-goal game before half-time. The centre they'll want to hold, and they do just that. Smart play from Serena Guthrie. So the Giants claw one back in the last 2 minutes, turned it into a 4-goal game. They trail the Lightning 32-28. And setting up a brilliant second half. Strong words from the boss, Julie Fitzgerald. And the defender, Beck Bully, is with Laura Spurway. What was the response?
Yeah, thank you. Well, Beck, we were just saying you had some words from Julie there just before halftime. It's pretty physical at the moment. What do you think you need to do?
Yeah, I think for defensively, they're just setting us up with a few screens. So we just need to come off the body, just float off into the space, and it might not necessarily be your player you're coming off to defend.
Miss out. The option Fitzgerald ordered to go. Is attack. Head and move to attack. Back of the line. They started the game. Or wing attack. She is injured. To 20. Nelson it up wing attack, and they'll be relying really
beautifully.
Well, Fitzgerald decision the and for a spur which now.
Thanks. It's some thoughts for you, particularly out. I think he's a drilling at the.
And there is like getting an answer all got on it away. So things were drilled.
We heard from him in her commentary. We got us for the light because they play so far each to undo.
Yes, definitely. But keeping it away from characters.
I'm a bit worried about Sarah Wall under her going. Will she be able to play again?
She has training everyone. What do we need? Hope for competition.
Time is ahead of the ball. And on song, no signs, nerve. 2 year 96. She stands at when she came last night. This 7 goals. The second was the match won July. Worth his whole. Twice. Pressure around. Back to Moss and Dart.
With the fence con.
Let's get the giant work. Cam Foreman out of this, having to go over a couple. She's one possession of the reach. Who came into the last these to the team. But again, there's moments where the Giants do one of them was a 5. And really Fitzgerald at the end of the court. Basically, a good team.
She was beaten by Hannah Tippett in the third. Wait again to critical on the ball so that now they turn it over the jump. Doesn't work according to script. Good.
It's a really good play there from the Lightning. It's define what just disrupt and they made that something out of no step. Did it. Definitely hitting on 11 from 13. He's having ready game. And she needs 5 circle. She's got to do it. But she needs to be a little bit more at that one attack position. She needs to be a target. The Giant doing to try and put the balls over the top.
Right from the bench. Hot. Comfortable at close. Caitlin Basson takes her lead to 25. 6 seconds to go to the score and against Gullies. Your eyes roll when I'm.
A little there from the and you the last done a prize and that's a whole line your friends support tonight. You structure that you build
good from the line, plenty of control. Good. Doesn't get enough. Giant session.
You know, light looking and went back would have been sorry, this Giant would have been really good in position the game. Well, it is just that almost goal top of the big on the circle. Struggles and it's like difficult combinations. Having 5 behind really difficult.
Take out by 6. Get Sunday netball that line 5 only with Pels in the feeding role now. Option the man or Chrissy Bryce. It's to the guy on all time and possession on. Hard at one between the lightning of all him. After Olympic in Sydney, he was on a I guess you're on what the mag most
win there, but it could be fully hand back over or getting like John but from looking at John Wood from possession. Pretty good. When you look at the Lightning stats from 7, there are half where they get the Lightning over it. 2.
And I think is Chris Grimes, and here's how it's done.
Yeah, and it's just really just made think would jump under it. Steph was just waiting for Formula 1. She made it. Then the ball.
Play the Susan. She's doing it. Chris Brown. No misses. In the court. The jump. And it's in play by just 3. Through the to me, strangely, Bryce hits your head. I'll give it something.
Yeah. Effort all the way. John Kyle is finding her
face green. They'll have started in head as we're going to turn more over the next to Jones Senator. There's a hearing Kudos Arena. Green puts hand in and putting up 3. They're
trying to disguise, put the on her party's face. So,
the balloon.
Although
the face attack, she's as a caller deflections last week. Now in the oxygen. Better from lightning. No, look
at the shooting stats and her. What a conception you couldn't shoot.
Imagine if that had it out there. Minute period. And the court to the argument.
I'd sheet that's in. Look at it. Just coming into the game better. The sheet attack.
With the shooter.
So, stay. Just need to have a deep breath. Win there. It's got to go breath.
Another.
Oh. I reckon it was past some ocean.
Well, it was real. And the head on in on. Not so much dust in it. 5 minutes and from break. Listen, business as usual. She business goal. I don't know. We've seen parts of her impact value not step forward from middle range. Short compliment.
To see watching defensive line full sitting right back and then step forward. You need to win this game.
Heart.
Ian Christie spoke to earlier when you she's such a
should be the list the feet round. Something nice in the games like that. She's doing a great job so far.
Kim bringing it home for a lovely story. Swedish on their website. She's so bad coming through the ranks. She didn't get anything positive. Right at home here. I've hit on the.
It's Chrissy Bright, 10% support. But it's all teams kicking actually up in the action is John around.
Then we check the red from English Church. Coming with well, this is for the game. The Huntington opposite mentor looking to right. Well, this is the press. Some sit. Three gathers.
Great. The shot from Jack Hart. Every the last couple of fit.
Experience level speed.
I you see what's going. That's a great example. Light dominated game. Little orange lift.
Hesitation and shooting technique out the window with the hesitation. There's a moment at this level of net big. Try but attention. They're looking to rev off the ball. The lightning.
John saying to win just so smart. They're really end of the court. Look at the drive for up bully. And feels the first of this match. Lightning brings so much commotion. Really, they were scoring in the fight. Oh, just
how many have we in Suncorp meeting? And the simply craft the in is a hit art and prize gather.
Oh look, and ask time that really will be not to jump probably without guys. And I test I don't get off. Take a couple of hits.
Well, let's take another look.
It's what I do. Thought and go and she did. Almost hiccups in attack. The defence.
All of this. Said it with time again and neither. Joe Hart playing tug and as for the number matters out of the shot matters water pulled one out to the back of 41 Guthrie will and hang on down to she wants it's a call she did the ball so they've lost in the giant they have 4-13 bigger third grade of all locked up anybody want to compete 3-second call.
And look, she was arguing that it wasn't 3 seconds, but we timed it during the break and it was a touch over. Only just, but enough.
Well, she had to do it. She had to try it.
You'd have to.
So it is a lightning centre to get us started in this fourth quarter. 41 apiece. We're coming to you live on 9Gem. Such an important match. It's a massive match in Suncorp Super Netball, a match that will decide who will find their way into the major semi-final, possibly who'll host it, possibly the minor premier. Who's got the heart for it? Two of the new franchises in 2017, Sunshine Coast Lightning, Giants Netball. Massive crowd here at Kudos Arena. And it's superhero round here in Sydney. And so the fans have come as their favourite superheroes. 14 of them are on court and they're drawing on superhuman strength. Caitlin Bassett. That's her 29th goal, but quiet in the last period.
Yeah, really interesting. Had a great start to the game. 11 in the first quarter, 13 in the second quarter. But Sam Pullman came alive, was given far better protection by the players out in front of her. And she kept Caitlin Bassett then to just 4 goals in that third quarter. That's one that she'll put in a scrapbook because that's an amazing performance. Caitlin Bassett, one of the best shooters in the world.
And at the other end, a good captain's knock from Jo Harton. She's put in such a fierce workload defensively and in attack. Langman, Sherian for the Lightning. Steph Wood. Goes for the single-handed take. Caitlin Bassett underestimates the recovery of Pullman.
Yeah, had to turn herself inside out to get a hand to it. And Sam Pullman and Beck Bully had such a good third quarter. They really do need to be careful now to keep away from the whistle.
13-9, third quarter for the Giants. Got themselves back in this match. I just want to remind you, Liz, you tipped the Lightning. Just saying. I'm older, I'm wiser, I stayed right out of it. Also a coward.
No one asked you.
No one asked me, there was no one to ask me.
Yeah, well, silly of me to tip against Julie Fitzgerald, but
you should take a leaf out of your mate's book. Catherine Cox said to me last time we worked together she couldn't ever do it again because the only 2 times she's done it, the Giants had brilliant games and came up with the points. You'd be brave now to pick it, just one in it. And every pass, every move, so important now.
Just an extraordinary intensity in this game. 15 turnovers for the Lightning, 16 for the Giants.
And Liz Ellis, it's not often you see a ball delivered past the reach of Jiva Mentor. It went straight into the hands of Chrissy Bryce and she puts up number 12. Cross court, they're looking for Sherian, but the height of Jamie Lee Price paying dividends. And she's started to build the back end of this game. Far more pressure.
Yeah, she has, and she's getting closer and closer to pulling off a couple of intercepts. So, good strong hold there from Caitlin Bassett. And really, between her and Wood, they've got this great ability just to play a calming role for the Lightning.
Instruction, both players. Both, yes, that's it.
A settler, a steadier from Steph Wood. Lightning out by 1. Guthrie, she's been strong through the middle for Lightning. Looks for Harton. Oh, the second phase comes from Pettit.
Susan Pettit's been good in a wing attack, hasn't she? And, you know, I heard Julie Fitzgerald saying the 3-quarter time break to Pettit, just great feeding. And the stats back her up.
Lightning. Well, another shot for the Giants as they level 45 apiece. We keep talking about how much is at stake. Let's remind you about positions on the ladder. Vixens are top of the table, but on equal points with Lightning, courtesy of for and against. It's just 2.7% separating those two. The Giants 1 point back. Now, we know the top 4 in the semis, but a win here for the Lightning and a loss next up for the Vixens would see Lightning minor premiers. If the Giants win, they need the Vixens to lose. So much riding on this match, but the follow-up match, Fever versus Vixens, another piece of the puzzle. Calculators required.
Huge turnover then. Chrissy Bryce was amazing in being able to come up with possession, but gave it away with a footwork call. So it's little moments like that that will decide how this game finishes.
This side, no, it's this side here. Goal defence, obstruction. Yes.
Chance for Lightning for a mini break. They take it out to 2, courtesy of the Australian Diamond, Caitlin Bassett. Sitting number 2 on the San Remo shop chart behind Caitlin Thwaites, just 5 goals. I wonder how important that time on the bench will be for that figure. We'll worry about it later as Jamie Lee Price worries about Kelsey Brown. They both take a tumble. Brown up quickly.
So the end of the court that Lightning are shooting at the moment, it has been the scoring end for this game. And the team that has shot there has won the quarter. So the Giants have it all ahead of them.
Well, you go a long way to see Caitlin Bassett miss. And beyond that, the inability to rebound, one of the few for the match. Only 2 misses against Caitlin Bassett, but Beck Bully, smallest in the circle, comes up with the rebound, and the Giants need to reward that work.
One step in, keeper.
Hasn't she been a blessing for the Giants and Julie Fitzgerald? Beck Bully.
Yeah, late call into the team.
Well, let's have another look at her work. The miss from Caitlin Bassett, the block out from Bully.
Yeah, it was the block out that did it, and that's what a good defender does, especially someone like Beck Bully who knows she gives away plenty of centimetres. Just uses her feet, creates the space in front of her, keeps Caitlin Bassett away.
Chrissy Bryce has no idea how big a performance this is. It's a big stage. It's an important moment. She's 14 from 16. 15 from 17. Forgot to add the last one in.
And Jo Harton, just a terrific contribution from her in goal attack. 23 goals from 26%, and plenty of those have been long range. She's being asked to do so much defensively and turn and deliver the ball.
47 apiece, just under 9 minutes on the clock. And a reminder, a draw will be a draw. We're in the rounds, we're in the normal part of the season. Of course, come the playoffs, we'll play to a result.
So if it's a draw, Giants stay in third position.
Don't forget to keep your hero messages coming. Love my Saturdays off work means I get to watch Suncorp Super Netball. And you got to love it when it's Saturday night netball double headers.
Contact centre.
3 Saturday night games in round 14. Earlier, the Swifts played the Firebirds. The Firebirds are too good. Swifts finishing in 6th. The Firebirds 5th in the ladder. Both former champions will now sit back and watch as we unveil in the not too distant future the new champions, the inaugural Suncorp Super Champions. Will it be one of these two? Halfway through the final quarter, Steph Wood lines up from mid-range. Thinks about it, but it drops and the Lightning are out by 1.
She's been so consistent, Steph Wood. 3 goals in the first quarter, 5 in the second, 5 in the third. And she just delivers at the same pace all game, currently sitting at 3 for this quarter as well. So for the Giants, it's really important that they disrupt the ball from the Lightning before it gets in the circle. Bassett and Wood at the moment are just so good. Kelsey Brown had nowhere to go, and that's a massive win. Pettit doing the work.
Langman, Millie with the reply. We might just cross quickly to Kim Green. Julie Fitzgerald showing nothing. Kim, you're all emotion.
Oh, I can't cope. See it, I just can't cope.
So the Giants working, looking to hit the lead. 7 minutes out from the end of the game. Chrissy Bryce obliges. Listen to the crowd.
Listen to Kim Green.
Well, I think the face tells the story. We don't even need her to speak. We're just going to go to shots of Kim Green because it's a beautiful picture each time.
Kim, I just want to ask you quickly about how you rate Susan Pettit's performance in at wing attack. We asked you earlier the advice you gave to Taylor Davies. Did you give some advice to Pettit?
Absolutely not.
A wise woman.
No, she's doing a great job. I think the one thing that she said coming off, she's like, I was leading the circle, but she was 5 metres off, so she's working her way into it nicely.
Liz, I think there's probably over 10,000 in the stadium, and I think 9,000 have come from Mount Druitt, and they're all riding the back of Chrissy Bryce. Another turnover for the Giants. They're 2 up, 6 minutes out. They're starting to put the foot down. You can feel the momentum building.
You can. Sam Pullman, fascinating, was really, in terms of stats, hadn't bothered the statisticians in the first half. She's now got a couple of deflections. Oh, replay against Kelsey Brown.
It's too much for Kim Green. Maybe we should turn her back to the game and just listen to the call. Guthrie, the Giants starting to apply some pressure at the right end of the game. Harton looking for options. There's options aplenty. Pettit, Bully. And this is what Julie Fitzgerald was talking about early. Reset when you need, go forward when you need. Chrissy Bryce just says, give it to me, I'll solve the problem.
Well, just an amazing lead-up then. And we're talking before about Susan Pettit at wing attack. Wouldn't have played there very much in the lead-up to this season. Well, she's been thrown there a couple of times so far this season since the injury to Kim Green. And this is the best she's performed, and she has the ball on a string. She's really picked the right moments.
So here's my question to you. Do they start Chrissy Bryce? What do you get in a whole game? Well, hold that thought. We may be facing it down the track. A timeout is called, as it would be. The Giants lead the Lightning under 5 minutes remaining, 53 to 49.
Right, all set. Can't you see?
Yeah. The modern world can be challenging, so we designed a car that can help stop for you. The new Nissan X-Trail.
Yeah.
Venture ahead.
Whoa, we create that, got the tap, but make sure we got more than one option, okay? Let's go. Guys, we're running in on top of each other. Here we go. Ladies, it's now or never, okay? This is where we prove to ourselves what we've got in the tank. Let's go. Defense as a team. Take care of it in attack. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, Lightning!
Well, it was a little frantic, as you could expect, in the Lightning camp. Plenty to play for. They trail by 4, just under 5 minutes remaining in this match, in round 14. Plenty at stake. They're playing for a place in the major semi. And this is superhero round here in Sydney. But the Giants, well, they're Giants by name, Giants by nature. Just saying, at the right end of the season, stepping up.
Well,
Langman.
5 minutes to go, and Lightning are doing a pretty good job in terms of their control, but what they need to do is to win possession back. It's not enough for them to score.
It's not done yet. But earlier in the game, the field was all Lightning. Now it's shifted, the intensity with the Giants. That is the problem for the Giants. Caitlin Bassett, how quickly they can score through her, and she's a competitor.
Well, just looking at the stats, and one of the Lightning's best player across the year has been Laura Langman. She doesn't have a clean intercept to her name tonight, so Giants have done really well to keep her away from the ball. And for the Lightning, here's an opportunity for them.
It's a slow build, plenty of pressure defensively from the Giants. Mostert links with Sherian. Steph Wood comes to the party. Into the pocket they go to Brown. They're looking for Caitlin Bassett. They've found her. 2-goal game. 2-goal game under 4 minutes.
Yeah, great patience then from Kelsey Brown.
And the centre to follow. This is a moment for the Lightning. Plenty of experience on court for both sides. They'll know how to play out this last 3.5 minutes. Caitlin Bassett, she's suddenly come to life, Liz.
Yeah, and look, she is the experienced one down there. She's playing really steady. She's controlling the pace when the ball gets into her. She's looking around and not forcing it. So really through that action, she's put the pressure back on the Lightning.
You had to say it, didn't you?
She was the one who
she's
had
responded.
Yeah, she had it one possession at all tonight, and I was looking at her thinking she needs to win possession back, and that's it.
Big game player, the New Zealand international, Laura Langman. Screamer of an intercept just when they needed it. Lightning responding. Less than 3 minutes on the clock. Wood. Lots of composure. Well, there wasn't much room to place that ball, but somehow Kelsey Brown found it.
Yeah, it was perfect placement and a great take from Bassett. So here's the big play. Lightning have pulled back 5 goals in just 2 minutes. And that's the danger of playing them. They can score so fast through Caitlin Bassett.
Let's see what they can do. 2 minutes just over on the clock. 53 apiece. Lightning in possession. Sherian, Brown. Quieter in the third, have come alive in the fourth quarter. Steph Wood, a new lease of life being found. Oh, push off from Caitlin Bassett. Not called. A drops for the Lightning. They hit the front.
Yeah.
Less than 2 minutes on the clock.
Beautiful patient build-up then from Lightning. They had all their attackers caught up at the top of the circle and had... had the presence of mind to move it around. And suddenly Lightning have come to life in the last couple of minutes. Oh, another huge win.
Yeah, critical win for the Lightning. They swooped down court. Completion would make it 2 goals and make it just a little bit tougher for the Giants.
Beautiful 1-2 play. Bassett. And now it's the Lightning's turn to be pumped.
Well, Julie Fitzgerald could call a timeout, but she hasn't. And here come the Vixens into Perth. They'll be well aware the Fever love playing at home and are capable of derailing their quest to be minor premiers. They look pretty cool, calm and collected. Liz Watson, she's had a champion season so far. Well, Caitlin Bassett is at the final nail in the coffin for the Giants. Lightning out by 3. Last minute on the clock. They go to Bryce Mentor, though, thwarts their last attempt. The bench is on their feet. They are looking down the barrel of a win.
Contact, wing defence.
And if that's the case, they'll be holding their breath until the next match. Fever Vixens finishes. A beautiful shot from her. Not the centre to follow, though. Noeline Taurua wants more. It's a Lightning centre.
So the Giants need a quick turnover here. They've almost got a win ball back right now. And Lightning have so much experience.
Well, they know they're playing their way into the major semi-final. Suncorp Super Netball 2017. It's an historic moment for them. An inaugural season.
Pullman! Is it too little, too late? They've got to go fast. They've got to go long.
They've gone and Bryce will probably reward. She does.
And it's 10 seconds.
It's 6 o'clock.
They've got to go long. Can she do it?
Oh, that is time. The crowd wants more. Carton is spent. The Lightning came to Sydney. They got exactly what they wanted. A win, a 3-goal win in round 14. Another piece to the puzzle of the playoffs, but what we do know for the moment, Sunshine Coast Lightning shift into top spot on the ladder. The Giants will sit in 3rd position. They will host their semi-final next week. These players must be spent a monumental battle worthy of a grand final. We knew they'd bring a grand final performance to this, and they did. So let's announce our player of the match. Jamie Lee Price, what an accolade for her.
Yeah, huge match for her. She was so strong for the Giants in terms of bringing the ball down the court. And if we just have a look at her stats, super strong. 2 intercepts, 3 deflections, 3 possession gains for her team. Just superb.
Well, she built across the game beautifully. That's a happy camp. Sunshine Coast Lightning, Caitlin Bassett and Laura Langman thrilled. And their captain, Jiva Mentor, would be beaming. She joins Laura Spurway.
Thanks, Annie. Yes, she is. Jiva, what a nerve-wracking finish. You must be so stoked with that result.
Oh, I am. Oh, gosh. It was just a tough game all the way through. I don't think either team let up, and that first quarter just showed it when it went goal for goal. But they're a tough outfit to play against the Giants, and especially when they change it up in that circle, it's really hard to defend. But just so proud of the girls, and they found something from nothing there at the end. And to come back out of that timeout with that last 4 minutes, just so proud of them. They really dug deep.
Yeah, what were you thinking? Because it didn't look like it was going to go your way.
No, I know, and the atmosphere is incredible, and they're definitely behind the Giants today, so we had to make sure that we stay in our bubble and we focus on what we needed to do, and that was just get ball in that last couple of minutes, and that's what I told the girls.